Hi everyone, how are you? This is another podcast episode. I'm so happy to bring you more value today. I'm recording this episode from my private room in Holbox, which is like an island in Mexico. I really love it here because it's just this island vibe where I can be close to the sea, where I can see the sunset every day. That's just so valuable to me. I really thrive on this island vibes. I've been making some friends here and I'm really able to focus on work, which makes me really happy too, because this is my passion and so important to me. I was traveling around a bit last week to Bacalar and Valladolid, and although I really like traveling, I'm not really a traveler, I'm a digital nomad working online, so it's really good for me to stay a little bit longer in one place and concentrate on work and having the structure to be healthy, be consistent, and earn money. So yeah, I'm happy to be here for a little bit longer. So today it's all about consistency. Consistency is something that my clients struggle with a lot. I get a lot of questions about consistency because often people have the knowledge how to be healthy, but then actually changing your life to become more healthy is really difficult because you need to be consistent. It's not good enough to just make one small change one time. You need to be consistent with your changes so that they can support your health journey in a sustainable way. So I want to give you in this episode a lot of tips on how to be consistent and how this can help you in your health journey. So what is consistency really? Consistency means that you pick up a healthy habit that you think that is valuable for you in your health journey, and you do that health habit every single day. Or, for example, every single week. It depends which habit it is. But for example, doing movement every single day. And consistency is about frequency. It's not necessarily about perfectionism or quality, because you don't have to do like a really big workout routine every single day. It's more about being able to do movement every single day, even when you're busy, even when you're on your period, and just adjust it to make it easy, make it sustainable, and to make sure you are able to do movement every single day, even if it's not perfect, instead of trying to do like the best workout, like an hour of crash workout. So yeah, consistency over perfection. So consistency about repetition, about finding momentum, and just doing it every single day. And it just has to be good enough to build a habit. It doesn't have to be perfect. So why is it that most people struggle with consistency? That is because consistency, you have to have some discipline, and discipline is not something you just get born with, or it's not just a quality somebody has and somebody doesn't have. Consistency and discipline is a muscle you need to train. So the more you train this muscle, the easier it will get. But in the beginning, it's actually kind of hard, because you didn't build that consistency or that discipline muscle yet. You haven't made any new brain connections to form like automatic patterns in your brain. So in the beginning it is pretty hard. And that's why people struggle with consistency, because it does ask a lot of willpower. So the rule here is that you give yourself 3 weeks to be consistent, to build a new habit. And after 3 weeks, it will have less resistance because you will build that new automatic pattern in your brain. So after 3 weeks, actually a daily habit becomes more easy. It becomes like getting up, brushing your teeth, taking a shower, because you do it every single day anyway. So those 3 weeks are really difficult in the beginning, but after it becomes more and more easy. So it's really about not giving up and pushing through the first 3 weeks. Another one, what I feel is that, for example, we as women, our energy is not always consistent. Like some weeks in our hormonal cycle, we have more energy. Some weeks we have less energy. But that is also important as women, not to give up when, for example, you have less energy or you have your period. Like it's really important to, for example, if you do yoga and you do yoga every single day, in the weeks where you have your hormonal cycle, where you have more energy, it's going to be easy to do yoga. But then the week before and of your periods is going to be more difficult because your energy levels are lower, because you have less testosterone. But then, for example, it's important to still do the yoga, but then make it shorter and make it like a very soft practice. So you will still have that movement and you will still have that consistency and building that new automatic pattern in your brain. So I hope that was clear what discipline and consistency is. And I'm now going to give you about 7 really good, powerful tips to be more consistent in your life. So the first thing that is really important is that it's important that you choose something that is very easy and achievable. So make it small, make it short. So I'm going to stay with the movement example, but I can give you a lot of other examples, but this one is just something that's going on in a lot of people's health journeys. So it's important that you think that, you know what? I'm just going to ask myself to start with 5 minutes of movement every day. You can always build it to more minutes in the future, but the easier you start and the smaller the habit is, the easier it is to achieve it. So choose the first step to achieve your ultimate goal and make it as easy and small as possible. Then the second one is make it visible and easy. So make sure that, for example, the evening before you prep ahead, so you put your workout clothes on your bed, you make sure that your breakfast is already prepared in your fridge. So make it as easy as possible. Put your workout shoes next to the door so you see them, so you think about them. So make sure that your healthy habit that you want to achieve is easy achievable, your environment is supporting you, and just make it as easy as possible for yourself. Another one is habit connecting. So attaching a new habit to an already existing habit. For example, with movement, if you go walking with your dog outside every single day, you could try running with your dog every single day, or running the 5 first minutes and then walking the rest of the walk. What is another one? For example, in the morning, if you have your coffee or your matcha, I'm not a big coffee fan, but anyway, I know a lot of you drink coffee. So after your coffee and your matcha or your chai or tea or whatever, you just tell yourself, I'm now going to stretch or do yoga for 5 or 10 minutes. So it's more easy for your body to stack those habits together and make it a period or a moment in your morning routine that you do all of those healthy habits, than trying to push them in a random moment during the day. The next one, this is the 4th one already, is that it's important to really look at how is it going. Track it, see, am I doing this every single day? Can I make it more easy? What is going good? What is going bad? How can I help myself? Just see if you're making progress. It's okay if you fail or quit for one day. That's okay. That happens when you're trying. Just don't give up and give it a new try the next day. So don't hate yourself for giving up one day or for failing one day. This is just a natural process, but be sure to celebrate your wins. Be sure to be very happy with yourself that you are doing this. Be very compassionate and motivated to yourself. Congratulate yourself every single time you do this habit. The next one is that I advise you not to do it alone. Try to ask help. Try to do it together with somebody. Try to make somebody your accountability partner. This is one of the reasons why going to the gym is so popular, is because when you go to the gym, you're surrounded by people who are also motivated to being healthy, to having that daily movement. So it motivates you to do this because you have this community around you. It's much more easy to go to the gym and work out there than work out in your home. Also, if you really feel you are struggling with your healthy habits, you can always reach out to a friend. to a community or to a coach like me to help you, because it's not always easy to do everything alone. I also believe that as a human, we are not meant to do things alone. We're not individuals, we are group people, and we need each other to grow. Surround yourself with positive people who also want to be healthy and make changes together. The sixth one is that it's really important to know your why. Why are you doing this? Is it to make you feel happier, to make you feel that you have more energy, to be proud of yourself? Think about this positive feeling that is behind the reason why you want to do your healthy habit. It's much more easy to be devoted to a new healthy habit if you know that it will make you feel good and happy, and really, really connect with that feeling every time you do this habit. Like, I'm doing this to make me feel better. I'm doing this because I deserve to be healthy. I'm doing this because I love myself. And not, I have to do this because if I don't do this, I'm a bad person or I'm an unhealthy person. Like, make it positive and connect it to an emotion. And then the last tip I have is that on days that we are tired, on days that we are not motivated, I think it's really good to be very compassionate with yourself. But instead of saying no to your healthy habit because you're tired or not feeling good or you don't have time, I really recommend to do your healthy habit anyway, but make it even more easier. Like, instead of quitting for one day, make it more easy. Instead of, for example, doing a yoga workout or going to the gym, you can just do 10 squats or 20 squats in your house. So you still did a very small workout. You didn't give up on your health journey. You didn't give up on your daily habit. You didn't quit your consistency. It's maybe not your ideal workout plan, but it is something, and this is really important. So these are my tips. I really hope that they have helped you. Know that I'm here as a coach to support you, to give you structure, make an individual plan for you. I have so much experience in health and wellness. If you need help, I am here for you. Also, if you have a question, just reach out to me on social media. I would love to help you with your questions or with your struggles. Please give this podcast a 5-star review. I do this entirely free to give a lot of valuable to you. It would mean a lot to me if you give a 5-star review. So I hope you have an amazing day, and I see you in the next episode.